Hello and thanks for tuning in to another episode of The Naked Turner. I just wanted to share with you a couple things this morning. I'm going to show you a few pieces that I've been working on lately, trying out some new stuff, and then I wanted to share with you the sharpening of a new set of Sandvik Chisels, which I happen to find used, but they are new to me. My favorite way of picking up tools is finding an old sort of abused tool or underused tool at a garage sale, and then sharpening it up or getting rid of the rust and turning it into a new tool that's better than a lot of new tools because the steel is better. So I'll show you that process as well. Let's get started by showing you a couple of things that I've been working on recently. Alright, so I've just recently finished making these three pieces. This is a small square-edged bowl made out of western red cedar, and it is super lightweight. It smells just like a Ticonderoga #2 cedar pencil. Has a great smell to it, and it came out really nice. I got a great finish on it inside and out, and just really nice. Came out really nice. It's got such a supple feel, but then I left very crisp edges on it, and it just feels, it's just extremely light, only a few ounces. And then I tried a little bit of colorizing. I don't have the exact right types of colors yet, but I am thinking now about getting some aniline dyes or some Japan tints and mixing some up and starting to do this because it does look beautiful. This is kind of a hollow form. I've undercut this top edge, put a couple design details in, blackened the two outer ones, and then done a slight pinkening or salmon colored on that section there in the middle of the two. And this also I got a nice finish on. Came out real pretty, and it was a lot of fun to make. These are fun. And then this is something new that I made. This could be used for several different things, but what I'm envisioning it as is a traveling toothbrush holder. So it's got a tenon here with a smaller hole that fits into a larger hole. I've got a really nice click fit on this. Anyway, and then this is what I think, it smells like camphor wood, although it doesn't really look like the other camphor wood that I've turned in the past, so I'm not sure if this is like a tea tree or something like that, but it's got an amazing Vicks Vapor Rub kind of camphor smell, and it's about 9 inches long. What is this? Yeah, almost 9 inches long. So it's 8, what is this one? 8.5 inches long. And it's pretty much 8 inches deep on the inside. So it'll fit a toothbrush, and I figured it'd be a nice traveling toothbrush holder, and then it smells so good inside too, and it's rot resistant. I did a little bit of detail on that top edge, and then the grain is beautiful. I actually spun this. Instead of trying to match the grain, I sort of did a book matched where I split the piece, flipped it around, and created these two V's. I don't know if you can see that there, but anyway, that was a lot of fun to turn as well. Alright, now we'll get on to the chisels that I found at a garage sale and how to sharpen them up. Okay, so I found this old set of Sandvik. They're not super old, but they are older. They haven't been used that much. They have been used. The edges are a little bit dinged up. So what I'm going to do is sharpen these, and I'll show you the sharpening of the first one. I'll start with this large one, get it nice and sharp, and I really enjoy taking old tools and making them good or better than they were, and then being able to use them. This Sandvik Steel is, in my opinion, one of the best all-around use steels that you're going to get. It has a very hard, maybe a Rockwell of 63 to 65 Rockwell hardness. Um, from my experience with using chisels in the woodworking field, these Sandvik chisels, and actually the ones that have the red plastic handles, are extremely good. Especially the older ones from back in like the 70s, 60s, 70s, and even early 80s were really, really good. And if, of course, if you can get them older than that, they're even better. But this steel is Swedish steel, and it's both things. It's hard, but it's also tactile. So it's not so hard that you're going to chip the tip when you run into a knot in a piece of Doug fir, say. Whereas with maybe a real high-end Japanese chisel that is extremely hard and not very flexible, if you run into a knot with a Japanese chisel, that Japanese chisel is going to chip very easily. So these are great all-around chisels to have in your tool pouch for when you're doing some hollowing out of mortises or creating those mortises. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is put on my safety gear. I've got my diamond wheel running, and I'm going to rub the back heel of my bevel and then bring the bevel in until I'm touching the whole bevel. Take a look at it. It's starting to look real nice. I'm almost to the point where I've gotten rid of all the chips. It's about a light touch here. Don't want to get it too hot. Okay, that's looking almost good. See, I don't know if you can see this here. I've almost gotten rid of everything except there's one little nick over in this corner. So I'll get rid of that. Okay, so then the next step in this, there's a little bit more there. Okay, there we go. Now that I have that part done, I'm going to take it to my Japanese honing stones. Okay, so I have my Japanese honing stone here, and it's been soaking in some water. Okay, I have the chisel sharpening guide here, and it just fits into this guide, and then you tighten it down. And then what I need to do here is slide it out until I'm matching my bevel right there, and then it's just a matter of going in one direction here. A little more lubricant, which is just water. On this particular stone, I'm just using water right now with a tiny little bit of soap in it. And I was looking for my camellia oil, but I couldn't find it. Okay, so I continue doing this on the 800 grit stone until everything's flat on this chisel, until I get everything flat there on that edge, which it's getting real close. Then I'm going to switch over to a gold stone, which is this one is 3,000 and then up to 5,000. And I'll finish this off with a 5,000 grit and then maybe a little bit of leather stropping. See that now. I got a nice sharp edge on it at 800. Now I'm going to step and get up to the point where I'm at like 5,000 grit. It'll be polished like a mirror. Okay, so here's what the backside looks like, and now I'm going to do a little flattening on that. Okay, right here, I'll check how sharp it is, and it's just not quite sharp enough. The burr is running the wrong direction right now, so now I'm going to take by hand, find the bevel, run it a few times in that direction. Alright, now you should be able to see here. Oh yeah, there we go. See that? It's slicing the hairs right off of me. See? Nice and bald there. So that's when I know it's nice and sharp. Okay, chisel number 2 sharpened up to a mirror-like finish, and it is super sharp, even more sharp than the last one. So number 2, 4 more to go. Okay, so now that I have another one sharpened here, it was real easy to just take by hand and make a little square mortise into this piece of hard maple. And it's already a 1/4 of an inch deep, and it just took me a few seconds to just pop that out. But that's because I've got a real nice sharp edge on this now. So that's number 3. 3 more, or sorry, that's number 4. 2 more to go. Okay, so sometimes I won't use the guide. A lot of the time I don't use the guide, but you just roll your piece up until you see your front edge is smushing out, squeegeeing out the water, and then basically what you're doing is you're keeping that edge. And I like to lock it in by holding it here between my forefinger and my thumb, and then my pointer finger pushing down until I find the angle, and then that helps to kind of lock you in. Okay, almost there on that one. And there we go. Nice and polished and extremely sharp. Oh yeah. Little test here. Oh yeah. Very nice. Very nice and sharp. It's cutting with a polish. Alright, 1 more to go. If you liked this, please click like and share this video if you find it worthy. If you're a subscriber, thank you very much for your continued support. And if you're not a subscriber, please take the time to click subscribe. Thanks again for watching another episode of The Naked Turner. Alright, so there it is. The whole set, all sharpened up, and they are extremely sharp now. And I'll be able to put these to very good use. So, thanks again for watching another episode of The Naked Turner.